Good afternoon. This is Charles Harvey, a candidate for President of the United States in the year 2012. Sharing some thoughts with you from my living room, as usual, casual, no power, red tie and blue shirt with a flag in the background and the perfect family pictures. And all the books and all my degrees showing. Just like you're in my living room and we're talking across from each other, which we are, and you are in my living room. A couple of thoughts today is, first of all, Representative Peter King's claim about radical Muslims being controlled by radicals. This whole hearing is like McCarthy hearings. No factual proof of these claims, but just causing a further division of the United States and the Islamic community. The only real testimony was actually from a Shekin Kabani. I may be pronouncing it wrong. He was a Muslim leader during the Clinton administration, and he testified back in 1999 and 2000 before the State Department that he thought over 80% of the mosques in the country are controlled by radicals. Well, that's interesting. No documentation, no investigation, and no proof. Also, what is interesting, that over 50% of the foiled attempts by Islamic radicals in this country to cause harm to us, or that have been arrested, come from the Islamic community. They've been very helpful in protecting America, the ones that are citizens here and not radicals. So, Peter King, or should I say McCarthy's twin, what a waste of government money and time and division. And it's also interesting that King was an advocate, supporter of the IRA. Isn't that amazing? And of course, IRA was from 1969 to 2001, and the IRA killed probably a little over 2,000 people. And of course, he disregards that. That's not my, I'm not responsible for that because I endorse them, And he answers, well, there was killing on both sides. So he squirmed around and round when he himself was a supporter of radical extremes of a militia in Ireland. So, talk about calling the kettle black. Another thing that I noticed, which I find quite interesting, and you can ask yourself this question. Have you ever seen the press secretary, the press conferences at the White House, where the press actually asks questions us Americans would like asked? Simple things. I really never have seen. It's like they avoid the real tough questions to put to the president. Like today I was watching, and of course the typical one is, Mr. President, are you going to initiate military against Libya to initiate a no-fly zone, blah, blah, blah. Well, if I was a reporter in the seat in the press room, I would say, Mr. President, why should the United States of America get involved in another political Islamic nation's problems like we did in Iraq and Afghanistan, when if you look up at a map and see Libya, you will see to the west of it a country called Algeria. Algeria is an Islamic nation. They just signed a $1 billion contract with Russia for jet fighters. They have the capability of establishing a no-fly zone for their neighboring country. You also, if you look on the map and look to the east, you will see that you have Egypt and Saudi Arabia, very wealthy nations that also have plenty of jet fighters that could intervene and help their Islamic neighborhood. Why on earth are we sticking our nose again into Islamic nations' problems. You know, mind our own business, Mr. President. Please take care of the United States soil here on our land. Now, as far as Japan and natural disasters, of course, America wants to be the first to assist in aiding any country that's devastated by nature in any form. But as far as political wars, we should stay out. In fact, I don't think we should comment on what they should do and what they shouldn't do. Let's clean our own house before we start judging others. And that's briefly it today. You have my website, which is Charles Harvey at, correction. My website is Charles Harvey for President.com. And my email is charleseharvey@live.com. And what I'd appreciate if you have any questions regarding the world, the United States, for me, I'll be glad to answer them honestly. And if you have any suggestions, I'm very open-minded to hear anything you might have to say. So, have a great day. This is Charles Harvey from his home. Page 3, the rest of the story. Thank you.